Torrent, it's on you.
Keep in here for the
I don't start the show. Reg does.
No, that's me. So you guys ready, right?
Born ready.
I like that. Welcome to another episode of Rap in Order. I'm First Class Regg.
I'm Taurian B.
Look at that. And today we got Funny Julius.
Hey.
What is that? I don't know what he's doing. We got Robbie Digital.
Yo, what up?
We got that Aviles guy.
Here.
And of course, we got my guy. LA is here. What's up, bro? Thank you for joining us. So to LA's request, this was your request, right? This was your shit?
Yeah, this is LA shit right here.
This is shit.
It's not anybody else's shit, so.
So, ladies and gentlemen, today we're breaking down what the game's been missing. What the game's been missing is Juelz Santana's second album. It was released on Def Jam. The album had singles like Mic Check, There Go the Whistle Song, Make It Work For You, with Lil Wayne and Jeezy, Clockwork. Yeah, and a lot of big producers on this. He had Justice League, he had the Heatmakers, he had Neo the Matrix. He had some notable tunes on here, and I think this album was kind of a big deal because these were some of his biggest singles at that time. How do we feel about this album, though? LA, save it. I want you to go last. So
I'll go straight to the point. This album, I believe, came out when I was in junior high school. I enjoyed it then. I don't know, like, if I really enjoy it now like that. Great singles, and this was my, like, I enjoy Juelz's, what is it? Personality. There we go.
Bravado.
Okay. Yes, his bravado. Yeah, that's me. All right.
I love this album as a teenager. It was a big deal. Stonewalking was a very big point in my life when I first moved back to New York. And I remember the Whistle song being played, and I remember going to the Arab spot with my Boost mobile phone and putting the Whistle song as a ringtone in my phone and playing it, letting it off in school until the teacher took my phone. I remember...
you let the teacher take your phone? You soft.
Bro, relax, okay? Everybody wasn't an active gang member. Relax. So, yeah, it was a big deal. And there was a big kind of like expectation for Juelz to succeed. Like, it was pretty much the way Hove laid the platter out for Beans was the same way Cam did for Juelz. Like, we all turned to watch Juelz become that person. I remember when Young Man Rumble came out and Rakim was in the video. It was a big deal the way they went all out and balls to the wall for Juelz for this album to do so well. And I think it did. I think at that time, it did fairly well, and the singles all slapped in different places.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, did have his moment. Danny, what do you think?
Honestly, I don't like this album. Back then, it feels too long. It was after Back Like Cook Crack, and it did not match in comparison remotely. At this point, being from Harlem, there's already all these other shit you're hearing about Juelz not being who Juelz claimed to be on a lot of stuff. At this point, Juelz had lost a lot of his luster for me. I was more excited to hear Juelz and Wayne at this point than I was to actually. Oh no, wait, this is even before that.
Yeah.
This is when I was really like, Juelz did nothing for me at this point. After Back Like Cook Crack, and you come with this, like I was like, I didn't want to hear this. There's a couple moments on here that I really like, but he didn't live up to that standard that, like you said, Cam set him up for, and he set himself up for. Because his project before this, I felt was a lot more of a better. It was a great intro. His actual album, which was what was the
From Me to You?
The first From Me to You. Yeah, I think From Me to You was a much a great intro for, and he didn't follow up at all in any way, shape, or form for me.
Okay. Anybody else had any other thoughts on this album? I know LaShawn goes.
This album sucks.
Okay.
Listening to this album made me realize that Juelz Santana got his big major deal off a lot of potential. And he needed a little bit more like artist development and guidance in what he was doing, but like he was like just very raw. Like, all right, let's take for instance, and me and LaShawn like had this debate the other day, right? Let's take somebody who was a more polished artist, in my opinion, and that's Lloyd Banks when they first came out. So Lloyd Banks' first two projects were very good because he had good songwriters around, people that actually gave a fuck. Cameron kind of, not saying he didn't care, but like Cameron kind of just let people do what they wanted to do. And like, he was like, yo, you need me to add a verse, I got you. Give you your verse and everything like that. You know, I got my deal with Def Jam, so I'm happy with that. We just gonna put this shit out. We the coolest niggas on the planet, and that's that. This album has so many low points, it's scary to me. Like, it scares me.
Yeah. Okay. All right, so LaShawn, what's up, bro?
In revisiting this album, right? I agree with everything that's been said thus far, the low points, this, that, and the third. But let's start with the last record, Mic Check, right? And I think even though that's the last record, I think what he said in this song kind of summed up his attempt for this album. He said, on the last album, I may have sold the least, but I'm still feared by most MCs, right? So him noticing that he didn't sell the best, it seemed like a lot of these records he was swinging for the home runs, like Mic Check, like There It Goes, like Clockwork, the Caribbean record with Shotters and Sizzler. Like, you could tell he was making his attempt to make the crossover hit records because he made it noticeable on the last record you're going to hear on this album that he knows he's not selling well. So that's what I got from that. Now, as far as the low points, if you chop maybe back in the days, these albums were long. It's not like what we're used to now, but I could agree that you cut a lot of these records out. He got a great album, but for his attempt to do what he said he was gonna do, I think he succeeded in a sense. He had maybe 5-6 singles off of this album. You know, it gave us the more potential to see what he could do. I think Rumble Young Man Rumble, he rapped his ass off. This was the traditional drug dealer rap music. I wasn't a fan of the intro, though. The intro skit, I'm not a fan of, like, kids cursing and stuff like that. That was a huge Dipset thing back in the days where, like, they would have, like, the youth saying nigga and talking drugs and all of that stuff. I was never a fan of that.
Juju, man.
Yeah.
I like Juju, man.
Yeah, but Dipset B, like, there's no reason why a 5-year-old should be saying that on an album.
Cam spit on a child in a movie.
It's crazy, you know. But
I mean, Flex started it. I mean, Fat Man Scoop started it.
But what I will say is, though, I'm a little bit younger than most everyone here, tad bit younger. The coolness that this album did for Juelz was insane. When I say Juelz had people false claiming flags without even knowing, just to match their outfits until they realized the ramifications of doing such, right? I know we was joking about the Whistle song earlier, but for my youth or my stage of early high school, this record was everything. This record was going to get you that girl. You know, it was...
You had rhythm, yeah, it was it.
Juelz had a swag. Juelz introduced swag to my era of youth. So 2005, this came out. November 2005. This is freshman year of high school. If you needed to learn how to dress, you were kind of either looking at Fab or you was kind of looking at Juelz. Danny, you shaking your head. You weren't in you were already done with high school. We're talking.
Yeah, but I'm judging anybody who ever looked at Fab for fashion tips. So
nah, we're not gonna do that. Bro, we're not gonna do that. We not gonna.
I'm with doing that.
I mean, you're talking about right now, but there was a point in time Fab was running shit. Like the Brooklyn Paulie shirts was going nuts. Venny Styles was birthed.
Yeah.
Rich Young.
I never liked that shit. I never liked it.
We get it, but Danny, you're in a minority with that. In 05, Fab was that dude when it came to dressing.
LA. Steel 10s, cherry 10s.
Come on, I got the photos, bro.
Dub zeros.
Yeah, so
fire red 5s. It was a good
Rob,
time.
You matched your belt to your sneakers, didn't you?
But that was also a thing. At the time, Tori, you can vouch for this. At the time, they had like the checkerboard belts.
They had the checkerboard belts. They had the belts with the bottle tops.
Yeah, it was.
So
well, that's because the whole rock star thing started at the end of 2005 more than when this.
Yeah, but that's when the album came out.
Everybody was getting, seeing what they was wearing. But I'll also say this. I'll say this was kind of like the turning point of like Brooklyn actually like when I was growing up, going to Brooklyn was like taboo, or Brooklyn people coming to Harlem was taboo.
That's a fact.
But because of the Harlem Diplomats, like kids in Brooklyn started coming uptown, and like I remember like I would like see like the younger dudes in my neighborhood. I'm like, who's that? I'm like, oh, that's my man. He from Brooklyn. He from Canarsie, this and that. And I was like, niggas from like Canarsie, like it was shocking. But like yeah, Dipset. I'll say that much. Dipset's influence really did help bring together New York City.
No, it did, because I remember dudes used to cuss. All the Brooklyn and Queens dudes couldn't get Haze out there, so they used to come uptown to Harlem and the Heights to cop, and then we'd go back to school, or they take it back to their hood after and come right back the next day like, yo, we're going right back after school.
Yeah, but that was just always a thing. Like people like that's when people used to go to Branson in the 90s. Like that was just like a thing.
So what I will say, if we're talking just the music, like in the start of the album, he started really strong. Like,
LA, sorry to cut you off. Hold on one second. Hey guys.
Yo, I just want to point out, also in 2005, there was a Dipset jersey that said Diplomat, and it was in red bandana print. It had a 5 on it. It had Dipset on the back. I wanted it very bad, but my mother didn't want me to get shot.
Smart mom.
Because that had the bandana on it?
Yeah. And Pepe was big at this time, too. Also want to point that out, too. Pepe was huge.
I never owned anything from Pepe.
Man, it was a beautiful time.
But like, yeah.
Like at the time, it wasn't. Were you in Detroit at this time? Because I don't think outside of New York, Pepe was that big. Because I remember my cousins closed.
But NBA closed.
My cousin. The NBA thing was the first time I felt like non-New Yorkers started paying attention to that, because all my cousins down south didn't know shit till they came up that summer, and I had the shorts with all the NBA patches all over it, and that's when everybody outside of New York I felt started paying attention to it.
Danny's the reason, bro.
Just my hick ass cousins from down south.
Yo, Danny, I got my pair from Dr. J's for $150, and I remember that. I thought it was a man.
No, I was an idiot too.
And I wanted the bucket, but my mom was like, that's too much. And I was
I was an idiot too, because I didn't pay attention, and I accidentally got the shorts instead of the jeans, and because I grabbed it real quick off the set, because it was like a teen night that night, and I was like, oh, I just got paid. It was like my first job. It was one of the team bashes. I think it was a fucking Hammerstein Ballroom they were having it at. So I ran uptown to go fucking cop. Yeah, I ran up to go fucking cop a fit for the night. I grabbed the fucking shorts and I grabbed the fucking jacket, thinking I had the jacket and whole jeans setup. I get to the crib and it's just the shorts. So I wore them shits anyway.
So yeah,
with a pair of twins, with a pair of Tims. I mean,
LA, what were you gonna say?
So when you start the album, he started really strong, like Rumble Man Rumble. Oh yes,
agreed.
Clockwork.
We're going track by track. We're going too fast.
Oh, I was just talking about. Okay, my fault.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like,
all right, so I'll just get into the album if that's cool. So you guys had anything to share on this intro, on this what the game's been missing intro?
Where the fuck is Jaja now? Like, what is he doing? What is he like now?
I don't know. No, Juju. It's Juju.
Okay.
Yeah, I think
No.
Juju.
Juelz was Uncle Juju.
Oh yeah, it was Ja. The little kid was Ja. He was Uncle Juju. I loved this intro.
Hell no.
He's like, I love this intro. He was like, yo, I be going to kindergarten, I be going to class, and I'm all they talk about because I'm all you talk about. And then my teacher be like, yo, what's Juelz about? I'd be like, yo, chill. I'm not here for all that. And then what you tell, yo, it's Dipset, bitch. Like, whoa. You can't be giving it up like that.
Ain't no kids.
You gotta wait another 10 years.
Ain't no
but
kids.
It was fire, though. It was only reason why it was fire because you have to remember that before What's the Game's Been Missing, we heard Ja on Diplomatic Immunity 2 because he does Juelz Santana. So that's why that was an ongoing thing to have him on the songs with Juelz Santana. I thought that was really dope. It was something to look forward to. Yeah, I mean, we've seen worse in hip hop now.
I get it, but I guess for me, being around not that much younger than Juelz Santana, I looked at him like a bozo for doing this shit with his nephew because I wouldn't deal with my nephew. That was some bozo shit, having your nephew cursing and talking about things he was talking about. It wasn't a good thing.
Did we look at Birdman crazy for having Wayne around?
I'm pretty sure now that he's older, he looks back on that and looks at it and regrets it because I'm pretty sure he wouldn't let his children do it.
Do we regret what Birdman did to Wayne?
To answer your question, dudes who were of their age then, yes, they did. We didn't because we were younger than even Wayne. So we didn't see it like that. However, I do remember very clearly my older cousins and my older siblings like, yo, what the fuck is this fucking 12-year-old doing around running with them saying all this shit? They did get looked at crazy until, and let's be honest, until Wayne had that run after the Carter 2, most people didn't pay attention to Wayne up here. And that could be an up here thing. I don't know about down south, but I know being in junior high, I was the only person listening to Cash Money, and I was getting looked at crazy for it and made fun of for it.
Rob's gonna get Julius. Let's get into the first song, the actual song, Reg.
Yes, indeed. So the first song is Rumble, Young Man Rumble, and it's produced by Justice League. I fuck with it. This is a strong open for me.
Hell yeah.
This nigga's rhyme pattern is so predictable.
It is, yeah, it is. It's like
can we have the old mindset, bro? Like we can't
It was predictable.
No, that's the point. That's the point of Rap in Order. It's us revisiting it now and how it
that shit was hard, bro.
It was
straight from the ground you dig, from where the groundhogs live, the police howl young kids, the rest of give out long bids.
I am sicker than sick with it.
That was it. I was rocking that album today, and I pulled up to a nigga. He was like, "Yo, I forgot about this." I'm like,
"Come on, man."
Nah.
But hood I came up in, the fucks this Bush came up in. It was incredible. It was incredible. It was a moment. We're not gonna do that.
I did like this track back then. I'm not gonna lie, but now
It's one of the better tracks still on the album now, especially
It is.
I think I always liked it though off the rip because of the obvious reference to the title and just always being a boxing fan and my uncle always telling me, hit me with the Rumble, Young Man Rumble, like it's from Muhammad Ali and all, and so like that off rip I was like, oh, all right, and it was a great start to the album at the time. Now, no.
Kill niggas, yes I will. Me,
it was good.
By cemeteries.
We'll move on to the next track.
We really accepted this bullshit.
Next track is Oh Yes.
Yes.
Rob, you want to name that sample?
I got you. The sample comes from Mr. Postman by the Carpenters.
There it is.
The previous sample was One Thing Sure That You'll Get There by Ted Neely. Was young Man Rumble.
This was actually a nice single for him. I remember the video for this. Like I was really checking
Come
with
on.
Juelz at this time, so I was in tune with everything he was doing. I fucked with this song. I thought this was a good single for the album.
Yo, Def Jam was
I
so
keep
patient with
checking
this
on
man.
smash like a motherfucker. Thick lips hits his ass like a motherfucker.
I just realized this is the album that made me start hating when people just rhyme the same word over again.
Yo, Danny, son, like
I hate that shit, and still to this day, I hate that shit. That shit is lazy as fuck.
Our last
We love
4
when Hov did it on
conversations,
Blueprint,
you just
though.
been coming off really like.
But we love when Hov did it, though.
Dipset, that's Dipset's whole.
No, I hate it when Dipset did it too. And no, Juelz really overdid it.
So when Hov said, "Nah, motherfuckers, like get a job," you hated that shit too, because that was a bar.
No. He rhymed. Okay, that's 2 bars, right? Juelz would go fucking 8 bars, rhyming the same word over.
Not gonna lie, but you know,
the whole last verse on Trouble from Hov, he's rhyming. What he's saying? Damn. But he's rhyming one word like the whole verse. That shit was fire.
Yeah.
Little nigga. That's all he kept saying is little nigga.
Yeah.
I'm not a baller. You're not at all.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I left for home. Caller. That's art, nigga.
I just felt like this. Def Jam. All right. So I have a theory about certain things with Juelz Santana's career, right? So at this time, like this was like still around the time when during the Rockefeller breakup, but like Def Jam was like going somewhere. Def Jam put a lot of money into this album. Like that was one thing. Like people could say what they want about Def Jam, but this album Juelz got everything that he wanted. Like he got the budget, and this nigga managed to give us these shits.
Come on, he did good, bro.
Oh yes,
bro.
Yes was a slap.
Think about this. Rick Ross gave us Port of Miami. Jeezy gave us Thug Motivation 101 that year. Think about the albums that came out of Def Jam, right? And with the production and the shit that we got. Juelz Santana recorded 160 songs for this album.
Yeah.
And yes,
this nigga gave us.
Yes, it's fire, bro. What are you talking about?
That video?
I mean,
y'all have not heard "Oh Yes" until we had to revisit this album.
It's annoying. Oh yeah, like it's just over and over again. Oh, like no.
No. Dipset, no. Time out. We're not gonna do that. Come on, man. At that time, was known to let the sample be the chorus of their records.
Yeah,
that was their trademark. So
yes, but it worked on other songs. This one, it didn't work.
No, yes, it did.
Look at let's go look at the samples that fucking they used and how great they were. Oh yes, over again with that fucking tone fucking work. That shit was garbage from the fucking jump. It's Brenda's baby.
You wildin'.
Oh yes, slapped.
This shit's Brenda's baby. That's what it is. Garbage.
God, yo, what's wrong with you?
Not crazy.
What's the next song, Regg?
We're gonna move to the
Shotters, bro.
Next song is Shotters.
That nigga 3 for 3 right now, bro.
Yo, I can see why you're horrible at this versus ranking shit.
Shotters was good. Shotters
was fire.
Nah, Danny, you really a hater.
Oh, you said he's 3 for 3. I like Shotters. He's not 3 for 3 though.
You a hater, bro.
Yes,
I hate the way this song opens.
Okay, so how we feel about Shotters?
I hate it.
Love Shotters.
Oh, Torian hates. Okay.
I kind of like Shotters though.
Okay, so I want to hear about Torian hating it.
I don't like the way that the song opens, and it was unnecessary and unneeded.
Nigga, you American. Shut up.
And Juelz Santana's rap patterns just like I'm over it. Like I hate the way how he opens songs. You don't know what the ooh-ah do.
You don't.
You know why?
What's 2 + 2?
4.
Juelz is a way too loud Dutch boy. That's what he always sounds like. He always sounds like the first person out the crew to get smacked or the first person out the crew to get you into beef when you go out to a party. Juelz is the dude you have to watch when you go out to a party because you know he's the first person who's going to say some dumb shit, get slapped, and get your whole clique into some
Come
shit.
on, son. All sides, all guys, rise right now.
No, I see that type of energy from Juelz though. Like
Juelz is Juelz is definitely the dude who pops off first because, he knows there's the bigger dude behind him.
Yeah.
Juelz is definitely the dude who got sent to the store for Dutchess over and over again, even after having hit singles.
Damn,
all right, well, obviously,
bro.
we
There gotta be a beef somewhere, bro. What is this about?
It's just I know shit about Juelz. I know shit about Juelz.
Yeah, but take that out of this, bro. We just dissected the album.
I can't because it takes the album. The album was never great to me. This is his. Not after. Not after Back Like a Crack.
But
you can't give me Back Like a Crack and this.
You like Shotters, yes or no?
Huh?
You like Shotters, yes or no?
I don't mind this track. I kind of like this track.
Okay, there it is. Julius, what do you think?
I enjoyed Shotters.
Yeah, you live in that part of Brooklyn, so it's like.
Exactly. I heard it.
You can't. This version doesn't even play on iTunes. You don't get this version on iTunes. You can't get Shotters on iTunes.
Yeah.
I got Shotters on Spotify. I mean, on Tidal.
Yeah, I don't use iTunes.
So at least most of us can agree on that song. And then next song is
Clockwork.
Move it around like it's clockwork. Wrapping it down like clockwork.
I'm not
Take that, buddy, shorty. Yo, this is
good.
Mad so far.
And I like this song. I like the video too because the video had split with this, with Clockwork.
Yo, y'all wildin'.
What was the other song?
Oh yes. It was yes.
So when this
the
came
video
on,
was
I'm
split.
like, move the sound of the tick.
You hear the side of the clock. You hear the side of the tick.
That's fire.
This shit was fire. This shit was fire.
I liked it back then, but then I grew up.
We don't get out the whole episode. No, bro, we got 16 more songs to go, bro.
And I got 16 more bullets. Let's go.
You just grew up this year. Like, what are you talking about? All right. Clockwork, I didn't mind. I actually like Clockwork.
What?
No, I have legit beef with Clockwork. And what it is how most of the fucking verse, the first verse, you're still rhyming the fucking chorus words.
This is
you're fucking lazy. He's fucking lazy.
Well, I won't say that he's lazy because his work, like the crazy thing is like Juelz was actually like a really hard worker. He could record, he could churn out songs, just let his songs be a bunch of bullshit. Like he's very talented rapper.
That's why he was able to record so much because he didn't take that much time to actually fucking write.
But Def Jam put a lot of stock in him at this time because they noticed women really liked him.
Yeah.
They really liked him. He was easily marketable. His bandanas were folded to fucking perfection. And
pristine.
They were pristine folds. So like I think they put a lot of stock into him at this time. And then obviously Cameron had already proven what he could do. So it wasn't much of a risk to take a chance with Juelz.
All right, Reg, what's the next song?
Yeah, I completely forgot what I was going to say because I got cut off.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, so next song is Kill 'Em.
Kill 'Em with Cam.
It's produced by Shotty, aka Shotty. Okay.
Yeah. Right. They let their mans do this one, bro.
Come on, son. What's my name? Killer. Who I be with killers. What them bitches say? Killer. It was fire. It was fire. Fire.
Cameron saved this song.
Oh my God, yo, bro. I'm first class seat. like damn, bro.
Cameron
you
saved
niggas ain't nothing. Kill him,
bro.
Niggas is frontin'. Kill him. That one want him. Kill him. Nah,
I'm telling you,
it's fire, bro. It's fire.
Juelz Santana is exactly what happens when you don't get artist development. Like he has a bunch of talent, and every time Cam came on a song, Cam would hand him his ass.
It's ridiculous if you guys can't see the quality from Juelz at this point from his previous projects is really ass. The way he came off on Diplomatic Immunity, the way he came off on his intro, the way he came off on the project before this, Back Like Hook Crack 1 and 2, and you're gonna accept this?
I'm accepting it. It's fire. As far as I'm concerned, keep on, Reg. It just crazy.
No. All right. Listen, you got me now. You finally got me. I don't like this is one song I don't like. It was just weird. It's like, okay, now I understand. This is like getting repetitive. Okay, I get it. It's just I didn't like the beat neither. I'll pass on this.
Okay. All right. So
I like Cam's verse. That's it.
Okay. My thought came back to me really quick. I looked at my notes and I got my mind reminded. One thing that was really annoying to me is that I'm pretty sure LA's never seen this movie. There's a movie called Fresh that was really popular back in the 90s, and Juelz Santana basically said that he was basing this album off of that film. Now, if you've seen the movie Fresh, you see that he's basically like, it's a coming of age film about this young black kid in New York City, and he goes through the trials and tribulations of becoming like a drug dealer in New York City. So when I heard that, I had really high hopes for this album. And then to hear this shit that this nigga gave us, this is why I hate this album so much.
Yo, he actually has this. The song's called Fresh, right?
We're getting there. We're getting there. We're not there yet.
Right. Yeah, we're almost there. Right now, we're gonna go into "This Is Me." I believe it is.
That was a great record, bro.
This is a great record too.
I don't mind this record.
It's produced by the Rat Pack. I always.
You want the sample?
Yeah, sure. Go for it.
Sample. Could heaven ever be like this? Idris Muhammad.
I believe that's the same sample that Drake rapped over for. What album was that? I feel like that was Comeback Season.
Comeback Season's anniversary is today. Just want to let that know.
Look at that.
Yo! Did you see what the fucking Animal Planet show?
Yes, you're right.
The freaking the goat and the owl.
No.
Yeah, they birthed Drake.
What?
Yo, can we give us like 5 minutes after that?
Guess what, guys?
This is me.
So bad.
Guess what, guys?
What?
What's up, Tori?
It's Chris Tucker's birthday today.
I've been dying to tell you. I was like, I'll save it for later.
And how do you feel about that?
Fine. I'm happy he's alive.
Yeah, but why wouldn't he be? Why do you keep?
Because I don't want anybody to think that I want him to die.
Nah, you know what's crazy? I know what Torian's doing. Torian is stocking up on footage of him saying, "Yo, I don't want nothing bad to happen to him." So when niggas try to pull his car, you just be like, nah. I've said nothing but nice things outside of I don't like him. I
don't like to stand up. That's it.
He's just stocking up on footage, bro.
That's coming. But wow, yeah, happy birthday to Chris Tucker.
He makes great movies, but his stand-up stinks.
Yo, Regg, you're right. This is on Comeback Season.
I figured I was right.
Yeah, of course he was right. Of course Rob was not informed.
Yo, Comeback Season was beautiful.
But to this song, I really do like this song.
Not all the way.
And it's a different cadence. Like,
yeah,
I like
facts.
Just another day, just another dollar.
Not for nothing. This is the Juelz I like.
Product.
This is the pocket of Juelz that I really like, that he doesn't get into that often. I prefer this pocket with Juelz a lot, and it's a song on the album I fuck with.
And I think well, this. Oh, go ahead, Rob.
I love the hook. Like, I just like the part where it's like, and I'm paranoid, but still I got to get it, got to have it, make it happen, boy. And then that now I lay me down. Like the fact that he brought that prayer into the hook was incredible to me as a kid. Because it meant so much. And it's to Torian's point where now we're starting to dig into the album where it's becoming very remnant of the movie Fresh. Like this is where we're starting to see it. And this was one of the songs that kind of leaned into that direction for me.
How the fuck do you see this direction going in the Fresh direction besides it has a song from Fresh, about Fresh? Please explain.
I'll talk about it in the next song. I'll talk about it in the next song. I got you. But this is going into that direction.
Okay, so without further ado, the next song is "Make It Work for You," which features Weezy and Jeezy.
Yeah, James spent the bag on this one.
Yeah, the best part about this album, baby, Lil Wayne and Jeezy.
Hands down, best song on the album.
Okay.
It
The best.
That's the
smell it in a
That's
rapper.
my favorite.
That's that shit, nigga. Sit it in a pamper.
Pamper.
That was nasty. I love it. I love that.
I love this
nasty.
song. This is a
Juelz Santana had a whole DVD. Like I bought this physical CD, and I bought like the deluxe version from Target. Like this is how far back I go with Target. Like I've been a Target customer, and it came with a DVD.
Nigga, proud to say
And
that.
he recorded a video for every single one of these songs.
He did.
That's how you know Def Jam opened up the budget.
Because this was in a crack house. Like I
Yeah.
remember this video. This video was fire. But I think the most problematic bar in this song was from Jeezy. He was like, Dipset, Harlem World, call Santana, hit Jim on the hip, Cam on the celly. We could call Ace, I get him for the R. Kelly. It's like, we knew R. Kelly was problematic then, but niggas just didn't want to say anything. Like, that's wild.
Well, I don't know.
And if you know,
Aaliyah was 17 and a half. So if you know Coke prices, 17.5 is the
that's
number.
what I was just about to say.
I don't know, Rob, you did it because you weren't getting at that point.
No, yes, he was.
I was getting
That I was just about to allude to that too. Yeah,
That's what I was saying.
yeah, he was. That was probably one of Jeezy's best metaphors in his career.
Yo,
It's an elite
I
wave.
will give LA this. LA been shitting on Jeezy for the whole short period of time that I've known him, and he's been doing it consistent. I give him that. Yeah, I will give him that.
But it's mad weird though because he actually
That caught me off guard. I didn't realize that.
I don't know. He has though. He really has. He really has.
You think LA wants Jeezy to die?
Nah,
Come on, don't do that.
nah, I don't.
His career died.
Yeah, well, yeah. Nah, he's just a hypocrite, bro.
Rob is Spice Adams. You just spicy.
What you talking about?
Huh.
He's Kendrick Perkins, bro. I'm telling you.
But this is a very elite Juelz versus 2. This is a very elite Juelz.
I remember this on a come up DVD, bro.
I do the damn thing. I don't get a brick shit. I'll let it sit quick. I move the damn thing.
Nah, not the come up DVD. Where did I see this video?
I saw this video because I downloaded it on LimeWire.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah, but I forget where it was from.
I got everything from LimeWire back in the days, bro.
And it was on umad.net too.
Okay.
So, Rob, please explain to me how you see this song as transitioning for the Fresh besides fucking.
So I remember the beginning of Fresh when Fresh goes to deliver the bricks to homeboy who's fucking his sister.
Uh-huh.
And like he's like, yo, you're my little money making man. You see Fresh on the block talking to the crackhead, and he smacks the shit out of the crackhead. It reminds me of all of that in that moment. Like it's really building to that moment. That's why I like this song.
How?
I hear this song playing as Fresh is walking around, going from place to place, picking up drugs and shit. That's what plays in my head.
So that's how the movie starts. And how many songs deep are we before you get to where the movie Fresh starts?
Oh, Jesus
I'm 15 listening to this album. Now I'm 30-something. When I'm listening
I just want you to
there's
understand how silly
songs.
you sound saying that shit.
All right, whatever, Danny.
Danny literally just wanted you to say that.
Yo, at any point in the movie, of this Fresh movie, right? Did he?
I like how you said that just now.
Was there a point in time where he actually was preparing the drugs?
I don't even think he actually prepared shit. He was just a delivery boy.
He was just like
he picked it up and he sold on the corner as well. But I
didn't sell on a corner. He did not sell on a corner. He was a delivery boy.
He didn't slap the crackhead in front of the building. Shorty, who came to him talking crazy. That was in the beginning of the movie.
But he was not a corner man.
No, he wasn't the corner.
He was the bag boy. He was going around, bro. He was.
So drugs was sold in this.
Yes, never manufactured, never king.
No, he just put him in his book bag.
No.
Right. So the record indicates that drugs are being sold. So I could see the correlation without seeing the movie.
But he's saying the album was supposed to be the movie. So it gets to this song before that starts getting introduced. The song, fucking
right, Danny Markman.
Make it work before that it starts.
I vaguely remember the video for this song, but I just know that Wayne hanging out with Dipset changed his life.
It did.
It really did.
There's so much good benefits from this album, bro.
What you mean? He was hanging out with them before this album. Let's move on though, Reg.
This is where it gets bad.
All right, so whatever you want to call it features Hell Rel, produced by Shotty, aka Shotty.
Yeah, whatever Shotty produced.
Go to police.
I don't understand. Like, the mediocreness is in the title of this song. I feel like they was just in the fucking studio and was like, "Yo, what you want to call this shit?" And it's like, "Yeah, whatever you want to call it." And that was it. Like, yo, that's what we'll roll with. We'll roll with that. And they just
fire, bro. That's fire, bro.
What's funny? I remember there was a point in time when Hell Rel and Styles P had beef, and that was really interesting because Styles P's people were definitely tougher than Hell Rel's people, but Hell Rel thought he was going to be able to like wrangle all the Dipset members, and then he found out that wasn't going to be the case. And we realized, and we learned how tough Styles P really was, and he was like, "Call yourself the hardest out again." See what the fuck happened. And I think that was like the predecessor to that video that surfaced a couple years ago. Hell Rel getting up in the
diner.
Yeah,
that has something to do with Styles P.
No, it doesn't. But it just let us know that he wasn't the hardest out.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Kept saying that he was.
Not gonna hold you. I was a big Hell Rel fan. No, I was a big Hell Rel fan.
Nah, you know who I was a huge fan of in Dipset, and I really thought this nigga was about to be the next thing. Facts.
Everybody was a J.R. Ryder fan.
I thought J.R. Ryder was gonna be the loon to fucking Juelz Mace, bro.
I still remember that freestyle that J.R. Ryder did with Jay Mills. I thought that shit was like
impeccable.
J.R. Ryder lyrically, he was better than Juelz Santana as well.
Yeah, he was. Yeah,
he was just chubby.
But speaking of that, I'm not gonna hold you. What was it? Right, fucking Taurian. I knew he was gonna do that shit.
Taurian's a dickhead, bro.
I liked J.R. Ryder's mixtape run with Writer's Block, the Writer Block, and History in the Making the album was really good at that time. And I liked Hell Rel's for the hell of it. Like I really did. I was a huge Dipset fan at that time. But this song wasn't it. This song was really bad.
It gets really, really bad at this point.
Y'all ready for this roller coaster?
Yeah.
We ain't got no choice, do we? All right.
No,
so
I am not.
the next song is Gangsta Shit.
Pass.
Gangsta Shit is produced by Infamous and Doughboys. How we feeling?
Pass.
Can we gotta talk about this shit.
All right. Well, we're gonna take gangsta shit off the stand, and the next one is Lil Boy Fresh.
This is the song where he's
produced by Monty.
Can I get the sample?
Yes, go for it.
This sample is incredible because it comes from "Got to Be" by Eddie Hendrix from the legendary group The Temptations. This song is probably, I will know, this is Juelz Santana's best song, in my opinion.
In his career?
It's up there.
Rob, come on, man.
Bro, the use of metaphor.
Yo, damn, we lost Danny.
Yo, Rob, what?
Yo, I like this song a lot. I do. Like,
yo, this nigga be killing me, bro.
Yo, I love this song. This song.
Yo, you gotta start prefacing your statements with like, yo, you gotta use better words like this is my personal favorite. This is something that resonates with me and only me. How about I'm only speaking for myself? These are some words that you must use, bro, because a vague statement. Bro, if Juelz was to ever do a 20, right, and majority of his 20 is coming from this album, Little Boy Fresh is not one of them.
I bet you it is.
Bugging. This is one of his best songs out of the 20. Yeah,
this is the song.
Definitely
this is the song everybody talks about when it comes to his writing ability. Is Little Boy Fresh?
This is the
first
peak
of all.
Of his writing ability.
If Juelz is in a versus, I'm absolutely 100% not watching it.
Wait, why not?
We don't even got 20 that are gonna keep me entertained to listen to a whole 20 straight.
Yes, he
So like
does. He got
Dipset
20 with
records.
Dipset does. Yeah, but
Yo, Julius, do the bar. You're not a baller.
You're not a baller. I'm a baller. Call your
No,
baller.
it's-
Don't call a baller.
I'm a baller. You're not a baller. That's what it is.
Come on, man. That's 20 right there. That's
you just wasted 20 seconds of my life by
Can we
Can we do the next song? Because this song not good.
Okay.
Nah, this song is
amazing. You're
This song
bugging.
not good.
All right. This song, okay, it's not a good song in the sense.
Where do you put the movie?
The
But
movie's a
this
classic.
is him referring to the movie, actually.
The only fucking song that refers to the fucking movie. And he raps the whole fucking movie. Oh, real fucking creative. Like, it's great, you did it. But you're gonna fucking come in and tell us, oh, yo, my album, it's gonna be fresh. Like, and we're, oh, okay, bet. And it's not, except one fucking song. Get out of here.
All right. The next song is Good Times. Good Times is produced by Neo the Matrix.
I like this song a lot.
Yeah?
Yeah, this song reminds me of just New York summers.
Julius has fucking had it. Julius has had it. Look at his face.
I want to rip his eyes out, yo. Like, this is fucking like listening to screeching nails.
This is not a good song.
In New York summer.
Not a good song at all. I'm sorry. This is it's my opinion, but it's not a good song.
Okay. And LA, can you defend this song at all? All right, so we can keep it. We're gonna move to the next song with that.
Oh,
the song is my bad. Freaky. It's produced by DVL.
This is so dated
and Infamous.
The beat is dope.
This is so dated. This is a 2015 song indeed.
2015.
This is a 2015.
05, bro.
I'm sorry. This is early 2000s rap song for real. Because Joe Budden even got one of these.
Yeah.
This chorus is gross.
It is. This was.
It's disgusting.
Yeah. But this freaky song is like, dude, you didn't have to put this out.
Yo, bro, you know what's so cringeworthy, Julius? That when the rappers would put that and they would act like
he has it all. He has it all in this song, though. He has the same at the beginning of the verse, the middle of the verse, and at the end of the verse, he has that shit.
I'm like,
yo,
oh my God. The only person that ever used it correctly was Lupe on Dumb It Down. Yeah, because it kind of has that same but he killed it because he rolled the beat on it. Everyone else, this shit sounds trash.
All right, so, oh man, Murder.
He's back. He's back.
Murder features Cam.
You see how it peaked like this, and then it went back, and then boom.
DJ Nasty and the Runners. The Runners was on a hell of a run around.
Murder. This song was crazy.
This was a good song.
I like this song a lot.
That's what I'm saying. Like if you cut out 9 to 13, and then it goes from Make It Work For You to Murder. We might have a classic album.
Look at the type of surgical enhancements that you have to do.
I know,
to make this album fucking matter.
You're making me listen to all this trash for a couple good songs?
So I gotta buy the album, and then I gotta fucking A&R it too? Fuck you, Juelz Santana.
Word, that's why you got no teeth.
All right, come on.
Yo, nah, y'all too like a person.
That was so happy. Oh my God.
I got nothing against Juelz Santana. I love From Me to You.
Yo,
I look From Me to You too.
You, Tori.
And
Tori, Juelz's birthday gonna come out, and Tori gonna be like, yo, happy birthday. I love Me to You.
Yeah. I love
with that face. With that face. That fucking late night TV face that he always does. With
God,
that
bro.
collar. Hey.
Yo, I feel like
I do
Regis
love
slack.
you. I love Juelz Santana first album.
I feel like Regis slacking by not having a shirt and tie as a host too.
Not having see, shut up.
Nah, but this record definitely saved like me from never listening it to again. It literally was like, damn, like he gassed out really, really early. And I think this is one of those like moments where you realize the long albums aren't, enjoyable. Because what was Jeezy? Because we brought up two other albums that came out this year. Raw's album was pretty long too, pause. And same thing with Juelz. I mean, not Juelz. Jeezy album was long as well. So it just felt like maybe that was like the thing back then.
Yo, it was a thing because they were because they had deluxe albums and different versions that were sold in the stores because of physical copies. My issue is that Def Jam basically backed up the Brinks truck for this nigga, and this was the best that he can do. He didn't even get a fucking Mary J. Blige feature on this album.
Yeah, but we see what Mary J. Blige and Harlem niggas don't do well.
You said Mary and Harlem niggas don't do well together? Mary's song with Davies isn't that bad.
No, it's horrible.
Stop that shit. He's not from Harlem.
Oh my God, here we go again.
All right, anyway, so
good job, Reg.
Well, Danny, if that's the case, Mary does pretty well with Queens rappers.
All right.
That's a fact.
She does.
Rob, you gotta stop being so damn catty. I hate it. You such a catty bitch. Oh my God.
Robbie Perkins.
All right, so the next song is Gone. Gone is produced by the Street Runner. How do we feel?
Love Gone.
It was all right.
Love Gone. Just because that story of the old timer wanting to block back, stop that. You've been gone too long. The young nigga said, and we said when we went to go pull that dust off that old cabinet, think Shorty on his side. This was a fire song. And what I loved about this song was the second verse when they breaking the song, and he's like, I know the streets is talking. We all know the streets is listening. Next day she missing. It's like, hello? Hey, nigga, I got your bitch. Have $1 million set up. She dead. And then Cam's like, nah, I can just get another one. It's cool. like that, I thought that was crazy as a kid. Yeah. Like, I really thought it was like, yo, that's
this literally, the back half of the album was okay. Now that we get to like 14 down.
Come on, son. I bet you didn't see this coming, but he did, because he did nothing. He ain't paid. He said, keep that
obviously
bitch.
He didn't. That's retarded, because obviously he didn't see it either if he did nothing.
But he did see it coming. That's why he did nothing. That's why he did
going so bad.
That's bad penmanship.
Bad penmanship. Y'all niggas is.
That's the wrong word for it. I'm just annoyed that.
Another thing about this album, I know Taurian's a little frustrated at this moment, and he mentioned like, am I supposed to A&R it too? This album was sequenced horribly.
Well, yeah,
it was made horribly.
It wasn't made horribly. It was sequenced horribly, and that can always deter you from an album, because like a record, well, I don't want to move forward, but like the next record, The Kid Is Back, that is something you would want to hear earlier in the album. You talking about you're back, and this is track number 16. Why are you now telling us at track number 16 you're back? That should,
but he's been saying he's back this whole fucking album.
Throughout the whole album.
The last three projects. Hold on, for this one, Back Like Cook Crack 2 and Back Like Cook Crack 1. We're tired of it at this point.
But also, I will speak for my youth at that time. The mixtape circuit wasn't as like dominant to us at 14, 13 years old. How old was I entering the high? I graduated 17, blah, blah, -4. Yeah, 12, 13. I wasn't up on like the mixtape circuit that heavy. So the mainstream albums was more like, hey, You know, we didn't have I didn't have the access to like the corner store CDs or the mixtape errors, and at that time it was still like Brooklyn niggas are not going to Harlem. Harlem niggas, I thought it was just a fairy tale. I thought all them niggas was just paid in full actors. So back like Cook Crack, I didn't get to catch a lot of my mixtapes. I had to backtrack on, so they were already out. Y'all already felt them. Like, I heard Juelz's debut, his second album before I heard his first mixtape.
Yeah. Also, a few of these songs, I believe, were on the mixtapes too.
Oh, I'm not a fan of that. I hate when people do that. Do that.
That's why that was another thing. It's like you picking weaker tracks off of some of the mixtapes.
So what you're saying is when you heard like Back Like Cook Crack Volume 1 and 2 and then heard this, I can understand the level of disappointment because you saw what the potential was. Me, as a first-time consumer, I'm listening to it with fresh ears, not knowing any of his previous work. So maybe that also could play a factor into how I resonate with this album and how you may feel about it. Because I didn't hear Back Like Cook Crack Volumes 2 and 1 before listening to this.
Yeah. So hold up. Let me bring it up real quick. Let's go over how many, because I really hate that. I really hate when it's over mixtapes or fucking freestyles when they fucking do it again. So
Taurian, it's okay, bro. If you didn't like the album, that you could have blocked my suggestion. I didn't know you hated it this bad. And matter of fact, I didn't suggest it. I just threw it out there. I said, yo, did you guys ever review? I never said, yo, y'all should do it. So don't put me in the.
Hey man, don't back out now. Don't back out now because
they don't have it on album. They don't have Back Like Cook Crack on iTunes.
Nah, they don't.
Yeah, but Mike Check was on Back Like Cook Crack too.
Yeah, Mike Check was making his rounds before he made this album.
Yeah.
Listen, man, don't back out. Like you.
I'm not backing out. I like the album. But it wasn't like, yo, if my first ever appearance on Rap in Order, I was not gonna go with this album. You just said, yo, since you suggested it, you want to do it? Sure, no problem. But I was gonna wait till like y'all do like a Drake album or something if you wanted to be a part of that. But this, nah, I just
doing the Drake album was too easy. The fact that you said this album really piqued my interest because you're a kid from Brooklyn and
facts. That's what I'm saying. That outside of like the album actually not being good in most of everyone's opinion, right? The culture influence that this album had on a 13-year-old kid taking the B-46 up to the high in blood territory, I understood what I was up against. You know what I'm saying? I knew what not to wear, what flags not to put on, why coloring matching is not acceptable. I knew the style that niggas had to have. I knew the cadence.
Wait. What track are we on? Is it Kids Is Back yet?
Yes.
Oh, I thought we was on Mic Check.
Nah, we're not on Mic Check.
Nah, we're not that far yet.
Oh, we're not on the last song of the album yet? Damn, rats.
Nah, we're on Kids Is Back.
I said rats.
We're on Kids Is Back. But okay.
This is a bad song. And I don't like that he used the hash truck sample. Like, who used the hash truck sample? Like, that was just terrible.
Did Dipset sample the ice cream truck before, though?
Yeah,
Can we just skip this song because it's trash? Like, everybody agrees it's trash?
Okay.
All right.
Moving right along, y'all.
Julia's voice.
Next song is Changes. You said what?
Julia's voice.
Yeah, that was Julia's voice. Moving right. Changes.
Hey, y'all.
Features Raza.
This song's bad, too.
Anything that Shotty produced was trash.
Yeah,
let's just call it what it is.
It's produced by Shotty. And there's no defending this song for you?
Nah, not at all, bro.
This song was bad.
We're going to go right to the next song. I Am Crack.
This is bad, too.
It's produced by Reefa. All right?
Add on.
I Am Crack.
Don't say it twice like it's a bingo hall. B14. You heard me? B14.
I'm asking you, my good brother, because this album lies on you. Do you have anything?
Good to say about it. Nah, the production was horrible. I couldn't deal with the trumpet. I think it was trumpets. I couldn't.
So we are in agreement.
Yeah.
And then
and then he finishes strong.
Next is There Go.
Oh.
There Go is produced by Terrence Anderson and Darren Joseph. I always tried to like this song, but I didn't really like it that much because the whistle itself is offbeat.
Annoying as fuck.
The whistle is offbeat, so I never got the appeal of this song, and I was just like, "Yo, this is weird. I don't fuck with it."
Nah,
offbeat.
This song was incredible.
The whistle is offbeat,
bro. And Scream, it's teen night. This was the shit. Hammerstein Ballroom. I remember Dipset going to the Hammerstein Ballroom and this song going off. And I remember dancing with a very nice Latino woman, and her cousin tried to fight me because he liked her too. So I really do enjoy.
Yeah, I'll punch you in your face. I'll punch you in your face. I'll punch you in your face repeatedly until you spit your own blood. All right? I caught that.
I just call it how I see it, Danny. That's what happened, bro.
That was funny, though. That was fucking good. That was good. That was great.
Come on, man. You remember the reggae soul nights at the Hammerstein Ballroom, bro? We just did that one little swivel. It was just a swivel because that's all she knew how to do. But it was fire.
That's not true. That's not true.
She only knew how to do that. That was the only thing.
Nah, it's only because her ass can't get over your gut.
My cousin was
so she can't move anywhere else.
Oh God! All right, so
Derek Go was fire.
Yeah, Stonewall classic. Stonewall classic.
There goes.
I agree with that. I definitely see how it used to go crazy, but I never liked it. It's the same reason. The whistle sucks. It's annoying.
I just like
that whistle. Like, come on.
And you know the crazy thing about it, in like, I know we don't really lean on like billboards and shit like that, but this is his highest charting song.
No, we do lean on Billboard. Billboard charts matter, but it's just
all right. So with that being said, it's his highest charting record. Like it peaked at number 6.
That's cool.
Yeah, no. Like I said, I've seen it go crazy. I just never understood it.
On to the next.
You know what's crazy though? It seemed like at this moment, right? Like, I don't know if they were trying to fab Juelz in the sense of like.
No, it's no way possible they were trying to fab Juelz.
No, listen. Just let me finish. Let me get this thought out.
I get what he's saying. Yeah.
Like this record, between everybody here, y'all can see the age gap between me and y'all, right? So it feels like with a lot of Juelz records at that time, it was more targeted to me and my peer group and a little bit younger. Opposed to y'all guys, and like it seemed like they wanted Juelz to create a Breathe, Holla Back Youngin.
They did.
So There It Goes is probably that attempt to do that. You know what I'm saying? And it worked for kids like me and not young adults like y'all.
Of course.
I was a teenager at the time. I was a senior in high school at the time, but I get what you're saying.
Yeah, but I'm a freshman.
Relax. I wasn't that old. All right.
I'm now leaving middle school to get into high school. So these little catchy records that's gonna hit on Hot 97. They're gonna play a million times. Or was Power even out back then? I don't know. But yeah, Hot 97. Something something where a developing brain. All I gotta know is a mispitched whistle. I'm like, oh, this shit fire. You know what I'm saying? So I felt like, if anything, now reviewing the album, it just felt like the target audience was my age and around that circle.
LA, we had Boost Mobile and Nextel phones.
Yeah.
This is all we played. This is all we
Yeah, like literally hold the side of it and let it play.
What do you think we had in high school?
Huh?
Bro, but I'm saying like
we had in high school.
what I'm
Dixie
saying
Vices.
is Vices. That's fucked up.
Y'all sounded like some jerks.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, I remember this song.
Facts.
Crazy.
The next
putting it on my Nextel set, my Boost 730i, bro. It was a thing.
No. I'm telling you, I completely respect. Yes, it went crazy. I'm not denying that in any way, shape, or form because I've seen it. There's no way I'm denying that. I'm just saying I never liked it from the jump.
Bro, what a moment. I used to go to this little girl, this shorty I was dealing with. Her father owned one of those like cell phone stores, and we just put ringtones on my phone. It was lit.
Oh, yeah.
I enjoyed those.
That was a good time in life. A simple time. But I do want to get toward the end of this album, y'all. We got this next track. It's called Violence. It's produced by Bezel. No, it features Bezel. My bad. It's produced by the Heatmakers. Rob, you started Trash already?
Yeah, I didn't like this song.
Any other feelings on this one?
Yeah, the when the record plays, it's like this screeching sound.
Yes.
I thought something was I thought something fucked up in my car. I thought
that's the sound in the beginning from what Danny and Bobby were saying about the.
Yeah, that screeching shit had me going nuts, bro.
No bueno.
Matter of fact, I'll go as far as this is probably the worst Dipset Heatmaker song ever.
I'm sure they have something for Hell Rel or somebody. I'm sure.
I'm mad you said it like that.
They gave him Casa one.
Wait a minute, I have a question. Now that I'm thinking back about this album. How many of us had MP3 devices, and how many people had CD players at this time?
The MP3 for sure.
I had both. Yeah, the MP3s,
the little short
MP3s at the time could only hold but so many.
I didn't have.
I also used to keep. I didn't have an iPod till right after till it became a touch.
Yeah, I had an iPod.
And 05?
Wow. Yeah, money.
No. They had the scrolling one.
I had an iPod and I had the rock box.
I had a Zoom.
Zoom was so dope.
I had a mini disc player, which is what I switched to before I had the iPod, and that shit was fucking like that was the first thing I had that could hold mad music in one shot.
I had
I can't front. Wait, am I muted? Nah, I can't front. I had an iPod too. I can't. Wow.
2005, yeah.
Yeah, let me tell my mother thank you, son. I forgot shit.
I had a CD player at this time.
Nah, I definitely had an iPod. Oh my God, the black joint. At the time, I had the circle of, this shit, and it clicked, the annoying clicking sound. Oh, good times, man. Damn, I'm getting old.
How do you think we feel?
Shit.
Reviewing this album. How do you think we feel?
Oh, shit.
I'm getting older just having to listen to this album and taking this long to review this.
I see the grades coming in, Danny. It's crazy right now.
It is. In front of your eyes.
All right, we're almost there.
I'm glad Juelz teeth can't come in.
Oh, my God.
Next song is called Daddy.
Great record.
Daddy's produced
by... Great record. This is the symbolic meaning behind it. I always like records where you see the humanity in the artist. Like this is probably where he takes a step back from all the drug dealer, coke raps, and blah blah blah, gangster shit, blah blah blah. You just hear the human element of an artist.
It was like, yo, you can't be taking bitches out just every song.
Yeah. I feel like every album needs a human element to it. Like that is a part of your art as well.
So, LA, my question to you is this song or the Game song about Harlem?
The Game song about Harlem.
Yeah. Game makes great father records, bro.
Game's
a way better rapper than Juelz ever was.
Why was this a question?
I was thinking about like songs about daddy records, like a father like records, and that's the father record that always plays is the one that the Game did for Harlem Cologne.
That's cool. Let's move on.
Which one? The Like Father Like Son?
Yeah,
that's an amazing song. The shit with Busta Rhymes.
The one he has for his daughter is pretty dope too.
All right, so
And now Torian's favorite part of the show, last record.
It is the last record, guys. Last record.
Look how giddy he got. You see how happy he got?
Mic Check is produced by Neo the Matrix. This song, hearing this song on multiple mixtapes like I did leading up to the release of this album got me excited for this song. Like there was so many rappers that freestyle to this. Joe Budden has a freestyle to this.
Wayne has a
body.
Lil Wayne got one.
Yeah.
Back then, this probably was like the go-to record for what's that shit with Big Tigger on BT?
Rap City, the basement.
Yes.
The basement. Yo, LA, you know what you sound like? Hey guys, remember that movie with the alien in it? And then he flies through?
That could never
We
be
should do
me.
that.
I gotta watch movies.
Yeah. So hey guys,
So he didn't get the
what do you
reference.
think about this album?
Did everybody else get the reference?
No, we didn't get to the
All right,
song yet.
slow down, Torian.
Dang.
What do y'all
I like
have
this
any
song.
thoughts
This
on Mic
song-
Check?
Well,
like this song.
I did. I listened to Back Like Cook Crack after I got fully used to how to use LimeWire.
Yeah.
And I realized so that back then, when I first heard this record, I genuinely thought this was supposed to be the intro. It should have been the intro. But then when you listen to Back Like Cook Crack Volume 2, it was track number 3. So obviously he knew to lead with this record early.
Yeah.
So I can fully
the
understand why it's 22 because it's been out so long. So they usually put the oldest record to the back, like maybe for deluxe values, or now in this era of streaming, so the album could, so the streaming can transfer over to the album. So I get why it's 22 now.
That's because the reason why they put that one is because back then when you would put out the mixtapes or whatever, a lot of times what stuck from the mixtape would become the single.
Right.
So that this was basically what the streets chose. That's why he kept it on.
Right.
Like
but
he knew better.
this record here, man, this shit is hard, bro.
Yeah, man.
This is a hard song. I really, this is what made me like start taking Juelz more serious. And this is what made me like visit this album with excitement. Like I was excited to visit this album. Like when From Me to You came out, I wasn't really sold on him yet. Like I was sold on Dipset just kind of at the time because I wasn't like engulfed in New York or whatever and shit. So this album I got it. Like I was on board, and this song helped me with that analysis of it. So
But From Me to You to What the Game's Been Missing album wise, this, even though I don't like it, it is a great improvement.
No, it's not.
No, it's not. It's a downgrade.
I think it's an improvement in his rapping in certain songs.
Man, like
Nah, he got into that one pocket of that. You don't know what the ooh-wop do. I'ma do. Like once he got into that pocket, he never got out of it.
Yeah.
okay, so let's look at it from Def Jam's perspective, right? This album, his debut album, it flopped, right?
Yeah, hard.
His debut album flopped on. It didn't. I don't even think it sold over 80,000 copies.
Son, what are you talking about?
But when was the last? It's been 15, 20 years since Def Jam knew what to do with the artist.
No, bro. We talking about in 03, From Me to You. The album flopped. So From Me to You to What the Game's Been Missing. From Me to You, he only really technically got one single out, and that was Santana's Town. And then with this, he was able to give them maybe five singles. The album went gold. It's platinum now. You know what I'm saying?
It went gold in 1 year.
Julius,
not even 1 year.
Julius, you're not. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? From Me to You?
Oh, I thought you were talking about What the Game's Been Missing.
No. So what I'm saying, from Def Jam's perspective, his debut album sold like 74,000, right? Okay. Then from that he goes to What the Game's Been Missing to going gold, and then it goes platinum. So in their eyes, this is an improvement.
And
in their eyes, but then we could go to the realistic quality of music.
Top 10.
But even in that, he debuted at number 1 for hip hop albums, top 10 in Billboard altogether.
200?
Yeah.
I think that's pretty good.
Yeah,
That's a nice
he
investment.
gave them 5 singles. You know, come on, bro.
I think that was a good investment from a label perspective.
He had a lot of good singles off this album.
That's great for them. It doesn't make me care for the album anymore. It makes me still think it's trash. I think this is a garbage album. It's got maybe 5 songs that I'll listen to ever again. And after that, I'm done. The only reason I'm so sick that we had to listen to this because I really went into it thinking it was that great, and it's not.
It was. Like, it's just dated. It's an album at that time,
and that's what this podcast is for. We see how albums stood the test of time, right? That was the whole thing. Yeah, cool. We liked it back then. Let's be realistic. Right now, and the grade and at which we judge music, this is trash.
I would.
All right, so ratings
like that. Come on.
What are our ratings? So on the count of 3, I want you guys to all put up your ratings. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I did say on the count of 3. I messed that up, but y'all know what I meant.
I will too.
What is that? 7? What the hell is that?
Can I do 1.5? Because I really don't want to do
2.5.
A 1.5.
2.5.
A 1.5. Yeah, like one in like half.
Julius, is that 1 or 2?
It's a 2.5. This is the 0.5.
He said.
Wait a second. So you gave the Carter a 1, and you're giving this album a 2.5, Julius?
I really like a lot of songs on here. It's like about 8 or 9 songs on here.
And I definitely think you're scaling. You always listen to the album with the expectation of the artist.
Yeah, that's true.
So I wouldn't. And so for example, what I would give let's say I'm just throwing a free ball, right? Chingy's debut album,
Jackpot.
I give that a 4 out of 5 on Chingy's standards, right? But then I can hear a Drake album like Views and say I give it a 3. That doesn't mean that, you know, how can you give Chingy a 4 and Drake a 3? I just with the scale of what the artist is, or at that time, what you feel, how you feel about it. I love
that. I fuck with that. But I do want to wrap this up. So we have reached for my rating, I gave it a 1.5.
Damn, y'all do not like this album.
1.5. I gave it a 1.5, but the songs that I like on here are really dope. Like I like, there's like a good amount of songs, maybe 5 songs that I like on here.
I want to say me, it's like 6 to 9 songs.
The album is 22 tracks, so that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
So I think that a 1.5 is fair.
Yeah, and it didn't even have like no skits or anything. So
no.
I mean, one skit, the beginning, but still, it's a long album.
Yeah. So I'm comfortable leaving it at that. We can round this out to 2.5. How do you feel about rounding this out to 2.5?
Nah, it might be rounded out to about like a 2. I want to say maybe a 2.
Yeah, I'm cool with it being a 2.
All right, cool. We're going to land on a 2 for Juelz's second studio album. We're probably going to get a lot of hate for this, and I'm ready for it. But
I enjoyed the album. If this is being recorded, I enjoyed the album.
Let me pull a Taurian. I love this album.
Happy birthday, Juelz.
How do you pull it? I didn't say I love Chris Tucker. I don't love Chris Tucker. I just wish her happy birthday because who doesn't deserve to not hear happy birthday on their birthday?
But who deserves to hear, you're trash?
Semantics, Taurian. Semantics.
Juelz Santana, when he dropped this album, deserves to hear it.
That way. He can feel that I'm not a good hip hop historian.
Taurian, I know you good and well enough to know that you would take offense to somebody saying you're not a good hip hop historian.
If Chris Tucker said it, I would be okay.
You're not gonna sit there and be like, okay, you're entitled to your opinion.
No, if Chris Tucker said that to me, I would be like, that's fine, because then that would give me the free reign to really thrash anything I want to say about him. Because then I'd be like,
you've done that without the rain.
huh?
Yo, is the
You've
Wi-Fi
done it on your own.
Because
nothing's
people legit ask me these questions.
Well,
so,
according to Twitter, you
guys, we're going to wrap this up.
Okay.
We're going to leave this out at 2. I'm First Class Regg.
I'm Taurian B.
And we are out of here. Peace out.
Thank you guys for watching. Yeah, man, but I
All right.
Listen, I just don't.
Okay, but Danny, what's the real street beef with you and Juelz? What is it? What happened?
What Spanish girl was it?